I think there are always essentially transcendental issues that come up in our lives. And transformational issues, just like there are transformational people and ideas. For me, AIDS certainly in the 80s, when I was in my 30s, was one of them. Because what it signaled was a kind of an end to an era of unbridled optimism about actually what it meant to live a quote-unquote normal lifespan. So suddenly, endless optimism became a sense of the fear of mortality, of early mortality. And I think that became a very pervasive consciousness, regardless of what your sexuality is, that was very profound. And I think that that the idea of not addressing shifts in consciousness, as an artist in the world, which for me has to do with really describing what it means to be. It's like a rhetorical statement. Being an artist in the world means describing what it means to be an artist in the world. The spectrum, the emotional range, the spectrum of emotional range that you deal with when you're dealing with anything, whether it's political or health or psychological or personal, I think is part of the trajectory of what the work looks like. And I've gone through periods where my work is, where I consider it to be kind of almost sentimentally romantic, and then a holding back and a withdrawing from that mindset to a real documentary. There I went through a period where my work really focused on microbiology and electron, like doing research with electron microscopes, and in fact making extremely realistic pictures about what it means for cells to divide, what it means, and the kind of fragility of, it's always, it's about our skin and our consciousness. And it's really a membrane. And when you think about it, that membrane is a one-cell thick membrane between what's normal and what becomes abnormal. I think that the sadness that I came home with from Africa, I think is something that I'm just figuring out how that will kind of be retrieved and circulated back into my work. But I don't want to make sad paintings. I don't want to make happy paintings. But my aim is to make paintings that I feel are spiritually generous and somehow, on some level, bring in the whole kind of ellipse of the body of anybody's work happiness into the world, and some kind of joy, and some kind of optimism, and some kind of hopefulness, just like I saw in those kids.